Presented by EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We are honored to be here for the biggest spectacle in sports, the Super Bowl. Are you ready, partner?
I am more than ready, and I love the word you used, honored, because it is an honor to be here. It's a privilege to be here. My excitement is just about to burst through the booth. I can't wait to do this.
Well, and sitting with both of these teams and talking in the meetings and media day and all the hoopla that goes into this, there was one common theme. They're ready to stop the talking and start playing football.
Yeah, they were probably ready a while ago. Now they can just focus on it. It's done. The only talking they have to worry about now is post-game, and they hope that they'll be talking as the winning team.
And we'll see. You know, both sides come in with a game plan to start. We'll see how the adjustments are made throughout, because there are always adjustments in this game.
I want to see if they come out conservative, trying to minimize errors, or if they have enough confidence.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, partner, that was not a good omen right there. The very first play from scrimmage, you just want to give yourself a nice, simple throw and hopefully get yourself into a rhythm. That is the last thing you're expecting. And now you put your defense in a tough spot right from the word go.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Here's Hines. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Come on now, let's go. Hey, other side, solid.
Now it's Hines. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And out now come the Seahawks. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. On the ground, this is Rashad Penny. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he powers his way up past the 30. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Let's go.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Let's go.
They go play action here on 1st down. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now Wentz. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. There's some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
82.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And this will be taken at the 13. That'll be a 49-yard punt, 6 yards there on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
95.
On 2nd down, Wilson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
Hey, other side, solid.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
Hang in there now. Ram. Go.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. Pass incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. On play action, it's Wentz. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive, a little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Here's a give to Penny. He's got daylight. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And a cut to the right and some open feet. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Rashad Penny, 76 yards. And the Seahawks are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. It's a foot race. The 30. And a terrific return as they finally do stop him, but not before he's inside the 15.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
This is Hines. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They run with Hines. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And here he'll get it down to the 7. He'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they're still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They begin with a run by Penny. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
14.
On 2nd down, here's Wilson. Forced out to his left. Leaves it for Penny. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Give him 30 yards there. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Penny, a 1st down carry. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They'll try and run forward with Penny. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Penny. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Dumps that off to Penny as running back. No gain on the play, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats, throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
no yardage.
Okay.
14, run it.
On 3rd down, Penny. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. And his kick is good. And they take the lead here by a point, 10-9. So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
Different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. Room here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the 2nd level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the 2nd level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
And making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there. 2 minutes remain here in the 1st half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Lion.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now a play fake. Wentz flush to his right. And boy, that one drops incomplete. But if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things.
On third down, that's Hines. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the run there. That's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And before this 4th and 3 play, we're going to get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So kind of a tough break there. No real hook or slice to that one, but he's denied by the upright.
And he basically hits it just straight as an arrow. But, yeah, since he's on the hash mark to begin with, straight as an arrow isn't good enough.
Now it's Wilson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now Wilson on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Wilson. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A big play there, 56 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. To throw is Wentz. Going for the deep ball. This is caught at the 20. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. A big play there just before halftime. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. An even 50 yards. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl as we'll head. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Look at the spin. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play calls, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few extra.
Now Wentz throwing on second down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Down, man, 5-4. Win 5-3.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Great.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Dancing to his left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. From the gun on third down, Wentz finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Black, come on. You're 5-7.
On first and 10, here's Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Wentz again here on second and 10. Going deep for Moncrief. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Big play coming up. Here's third and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
14. Zebra.
A handoff to Penny. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Here's Wilson looking to throw on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 7 yards on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is third and 4. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively jars it free. No first down.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And now out come the Jags. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Now a handoff working right. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's go, Greg. Foot.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And complete to Moncrief over the middle. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Wentz now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10.
Ram.
And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Hang in there now. Please.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. His 2nd catch in the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied.
Wentz going to throw. Buying time to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but For the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. .46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The handoff, running left is Penny. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Wilson now to throw on second down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark from 17 yards out. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter. From the gun, it's Wentz. And that that'll be incomplete.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 15. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to air one out. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On 1st down, Wentz. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did not.
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Come on now. Come on now. Let's go.
They run again with Hines. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3.
81.
Now Wentz. Throw left side complete. It's Warren. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively a backbreaker. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And on the ground they go with the running back. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They come up in an offset eye. On 3rd down, it's Hines fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and the Seahawks have recovered.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover.
14.
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. Now Rashad Penny. And now where are they going to mark him here? Well, they say he did get back to the 1-yard line, but that could have easily been 2 points the other way.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Now Wilson back into his end zone. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Over 100 yards receiving for him now in this Super Bowl. Time for a break. We're back to perhaps crown a champion after this. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And the ball is knocked out. And the Jags grab it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now they try the right side here. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hines. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. Well, a clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. Wentz to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Straight 15, straight 15.
To throw is Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. His throw caught right around the 6. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. And the Jaguars have done it. Jacksonville, the Super Bowl champions.